This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward ahead.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Yeah! Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that was good news.
It is the 28th day of May, 2025. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. How are you? Hope you're feeling well this morning. We got Mark Parrish and a cast of thousands coming in today. Don't know who else, but we'll find out. It's like that every day here on the Power Trip Morning Show. Maybe Carly. Maybe Corey, maybe Sauce, maybe Zach. I don't know. Zach may be on vacation. I don't know. Maybe, I don't think Maxo today. But don't worry. Lots and lots to talk about. Let's get her started, shall we? Here's some comedy. Jerry Seinfeld. It's National Burger Day. Jerry talking about McDonald's on the Power Trip Morning Show. Come on in. I am glad you're here.
Why is McDonald's still counting? How insecure is this company? 40 million, 80 jillion, billion, zillion, killing, Italian. Is anyone really impressed anymore? Oh, 89 billion sold. All right, I'll have one. I'm satisfied. Who cares? I would love to meet the chairman of the board of McDonald's and just say to him, look, we all get it. Okay, you've sold a lot of hamburgers. Whatever the hell the number is, just put up a sign, McDonald's, we're doing very well. We are tired of hearing about every one of them. What is their ultimate goal? To have cows just surrendering voluntarily or something? Showing up at the door, we'd like to turn ourselves in, we see the sign, we realize we have very little chance out there. We'd like to be a Happy Meal if that's at all possible.
Your morning show Wednesday, May 28th of 2025. Like Chris just said, no idea who's on the show today. Abbott loves that, but I have no idea. I mean, the three of us are here. There's Zachary, so we know Zach's here. I don't know about Max. I don't know about Mark. I don't know about Carly. No idea.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, normally we get the parish text by now.
Yeah,
so I gotta think he's not coming in.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Didn't hear from Carly, so my guess is she's not in. And you're saying Maxo's not in.
Yeah, I know he's not in. It's Wednesday.
Well, then it might just be the four of us.
Yeah. Look at us. Good stuff.
Zachary had two of my all-time favorite lines yesterday during Program Password, Zachary.
Oh.
One of them I will remember, I think, for the rest of my life.
Which is?
Well, the first one, when they were asking you before the game of your chances, you said, I want to win, but I know I don't have the ability to do so.
That's brilliant.
That was pretty good. And then even better, though, the one I'll remember forever is, so you guys got off to a good start. So you went from not believing to maybe believing to then losing. And you said, quote, I promised myself I wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
I promised myself I wouldn't believe.
You just won't listen to Steve Perry.
Yeah. Didn't you go on a 70-6 run?
Something like that, but It doesn't matter.
I don't know. All I read was that you're very cocky.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. How'd it go, though? I mean, did you win then? And so you move on?
We did move on, yes.
Well, I didn't mean to offend you.
Who?
Not offended.
Okay.
Who you talking
I
about?
was just doing it as a... Because we have to play you, so I'm trying to get inside your head because we have no shot.
Hey,
Mind
Sauce,
games. Yeah.
You can offend him all you want.
Yeah, and I wasn't offended.
No, I know. I wasn't trying to be mean. I just thought it was funny. And then you backed it all up by destroying them.
Yeah, we had a chance, and unfortunately, it was...
You didn't take it?
Yeah, it was one word that kind of...
Sometimes I always fail.
Yeah.
I promised myself I wouldn't believe.
Sometimes I always fail.
And of course, Tommy's hype guy.
Yeah, of course.
So Tommy's like, let's go! And Zach's like, I want to win, but I don't have the ability to do so. And he's like, nice teammate I got here.
Right. And then
I'm teammates with Eeyore.
Right before the game, he's just hammering how bad Minnesota sports are.
Zach's depressed before the game starts, and then you guys got off to a good start, and your eyes lit up just a little bit.
Tommy was fun. He was fun to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that again.
Yep.
He's great.
Yeah.
Sometimes I always fail.
Sometimes I always fail. Zachary, not a bad performance, though.
Yeah.
It really wasn't.
We gave her hell. We knew that you guys were, you and Guardsy are just so good at that game. But to be at least somewhat competitive, I was happy with that. And, I wish you guys the best of luck in your semifinal. You're going to need it.
Against Max and Sauce.
Yeah,
Max and Sauce. When is that game? We have no idea.
No, I don't know yet.
No, not on the schedule. Well, best of luck, sir.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Max is a great partner. We probably will get killed, but it'll be fun either way. At least we made it. So that's all that matters. We made it to the second round.
But do yourself one favor before the semifinal match.
Yes, sir.
Promise yourself to never believe.
I will promise myself I won't believe.
Sometimes I always fail.
Oh, man.
You should get that tattooed.
Yeah, manifested, Zach. Believe in yourself. And like I said yesterday, you spent a week in Disney where it's like everything's possible and believe in magic and wishing upon stars. And then you get home and you're like, this ain't going to work.
Yeah, it's over.
I'm not going to win.
Days, weeks.
I'm just not that good at that game.
You're not bad.
I don't know.
You're not bad.
I used to be terrible, and now I'm bad.
Yo, look at Sauce. Sauce used to be one of the worst players ever. Now he's kicking ass.
Yeah.
He used to be like Muss.
Was I that bad?
Pretty bad.
Yeah,
Pretty bad.
I was pretty bad.
Now you're way better.
I didn't get it, though. But I've improved. Muss is not.
That is correct.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And as you said after that game, Muss should not be able to play program password.
Really shouldn't be allowed in.
That's mean.
He's terrible at it.
That was a first round bye for Barb and Marnes.
Yeah.
What?
That was and to put Fallness with him and those two, that was not good.
Saucy, promising yourself to never believe. Do you feel the same way about Game 5 tonight? Wolves at Thunder.
Well, I did some minor research.
Oh, cripes.
The Thunder have lost one home game this entire playoffs. One. But if they win tonight, then you force a game 6.
That is true.
And just like my Dallas Stars, if you can find your way to a game 7, anything can happen. Now you got to win a game to get to
your
that.
Stars are done.
They're done,
possible.
yeah. They're more done than the Wolves. But I don't know, man. The Thunder are 8.5-point favorites. They're like minus 4,000 to win the series. You just got to win one. They should have won on Monday night, whatever day that was. They had everything going for them. The bench played well. They shot outstanding, and they lost by 2. Ant needs to score like 40 points tonight.
Oh, thank God.
And then they can roll. Is there a fire?
Yeah, I'm just going to sit here.
Yeah.
You guys get out and save yourselves.
Yeah. You're going to hold down the fort?
Save yourselves. Get out of here. I've got this. I'm going to stay on the radio.
What do you think, Corliss?
Did we get an email?
About a drill?
This is real.
Oh, this one might be real.
This might be real.
I started this with my nether regions.
Or
I rubbed my cheeks together.
maybe I finally started dabbling in arson.
Yeah, or
Sauce left his waffle in the toaster
correct.
too long.
No, I ate it already.
Obviously.
Does it not sound in here?
No.
I hear it outside.
It just
Okay.
lights up, though, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it.
So if you're
There's a light. By the way, if you know what we're talking about, there's a fire alarm going off right now in the studio.
just a strobe light.
And I've volunteered to stay back. Women and children can go. Y'all can get out of here.
I'm not a woman.
I need some sandstorm.
Well, Zach, it has to be silent, right? It's got to be a strobe light because, like, what if, if Sauce is talking about how if you win a game 5, then you create a game 6?
Yeah.
What if that gets interrupted by a giant horn, right?
Yeah, giant horns are terrible. They're so interruptive.
And can you not? You can't have a siren.
They won't
play
let you
over the air,
finish,
right?
Right.
Isn't that the bit?
The strangest thing about the old Wolf season is in the last month or so, we've had the Lakers series, we've had the Warriors series, now we have Oklahoma City, and it feels like the Wolves have been in the playoffs for 6 months. If they lose tonight, and the Wild are long gone,
yeah,
the Frost are done, the Wolves are done.
The Vikes are 100+ days
That's
away.
my point, though. That's exactly where I was going with this. Is if you lose tonight, it's going to feel like, right now it feels like Viking season is 7 years away. It's going to feel like it starts tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
That's a great point.
Because all of our focus is going to be like, all right, that stuff's in the rearview mirror. What's up with the Vikes now? What are they doing? OTAs? All right, let's focus on the Vikes.
Yep.
We've
It'll
been
be
delaying Vikings focus for
about
a month. See, now somebody's poking in the window there.
Should we go outside?
Who is it?
I didn't. I saw somebody poke their face through the window.
Yeah, it was the fire department.
There's some gal yelling at us.
Should we go?
She's saying the same thing. Like, there's a fire, get out.
Is she saying that?
Yeah.
I'm staying right here.
Beep, beep.
Hmm.
That's what it sounds like.
Sounds like the building's backing up.
Yeah.
Is the building backing up?
Yes.
It is.
Are we
just backed into somebody.
Yeah. That's sad.
Poor 1550 tower.
Oh, too soon.
I don't know.
It's just such boy who cried wolf because they always run the drills during our show.
Yeah.
So now if there was an actual fire, there would be no way of us knowing that this is not a drill.
The people like with futures should go ahead and get out of here just in case.
Corey, you should go.
Yeah.
Zach, I would say that you have a future, but you promised yourself to never believe.
I don't.
I don't know.
Is that the noise? Did I just hear another weird noise out there? Is that the sound of flesh frying?
I don't think so. I just think it's that automated voice. Would you guys eat Chris Carr?
For my spot in hell.
Would I eat Chris Carr? No.
Yeah, if he was basically bacon.
You've eaten Crisco.
Oh.
Man, I mean both of those.
Yeah, not the radio host. Just the.
No, I said both.
Yeah, he said both.
Would you?
Probably not.
What do you mean, probably not?
Okay, absolutely not.
What if you're on an island and Crisco dies and he's the only thing you can eat?
I mean, I would die before him. I would give up quicker.
Of boredom.
Speaking of former employees that work at other radio stations now, our buddy Dana sent me a text and said that they said Alaska Pipeline on Wheel of Fortune last night.
Oh, did they really?
Was it Wheel of Fortune or maybe Jeopardy? One of the two.
Jeopardy?
Yeah, it was Jeopardy. I'm sorry, I'm on fire. I'm a little distracted. Yeah. Let me look. Let me take a look here. Let me slide on back and take a look here.
I'm surprised we didn't get tweets on that.
Oh, Double Jeopardy. Double Jeopardy, midway through, they said Alaskan Pipeline.
Interesting.
Oh.
Thank you, Dana.
That was an outstanding ploy to get Rosie to walk right into that.
Yeah. It worked out perfectly.
And he walked right into it.
Yeah.
It worked perfectly. Sometimes I always burn.
Sometimes I always fail. It's still going.
No, I hear it.
If it's real, like, how do we know if it's real?
I think we'll start feeling
We'll start to see bodies.
We'll start to see bodies hit the floor.
Yeah.
And then we can move.
Yeah.
What would your exit out of here be?
The window.
Okay. Sorry. Zach, Corey, what would your exit be?
Well, if I needed to, the window.
The window?
But like, by the lunchroom or whatever over there, the break room, they've got, you can just go out onto those rocks.
That's a good point. You could just break that window out and stand out there.
Yeah.
No, you can't. It's a fall down there, isn't there?
No.
Is it a straight?
No, you just
Is
walk. Hey, we should just build. I've been talking to them for years about just building like a deck out there.
Like a patio, a nice little patio.
Who's them?
Who's them?
The bosses at B.
Oh, I thought maybe you're talking about the voices in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Oh.
You guys, we should build this out here. Shut up.
Yeah. Don't sass me, Burkus.
How's the spelling bee going, Core?
The spelling bee?
Yeah, it's Scripps National Spelling Bee's happening right now.
Oh.
Haven't kept an eye on it.
What the hell?
No.
This used to be your guy. You've changed. Remember when
that
you had
used to be your
you had
thing.
scruples and humpskaba?
Not really.
You had scruples?
I don't know if those are the right things, but he had them.
I do like playing Scrabble. You guys like Scrabble?
I like playing
Yeah,
Find
it's
the
fun.
Wiener.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah, that's a great game.
This is real. I do think I'm starting to smell smoke.
Well, here's the thing. Like, this is the part where like people find the audio of the show before we literally go up in flames.
The last 5 minutes are going to go viral.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like idiot Minneapolis
Yeah.
radio station jokes about their imminent death.
That's the last thing they ever said.
Go see if the other shows have left.
It was real.
Why aren't they leaving?
One of the last things one of the guys on the show said was, "Do you guys ever play the Find the Wiener game?"
Yep. And then that's when the
other
audio
one said,
cuts off.
"Great game."
The last thing we saw on the video was one of them putting butter on himself.
No.
Is it foggy in my studio?
Go and see if anybody else is left. in the
It's
studio.
foggy.
It don't look like.
What if it's your studio that's on
Yeah.
fire?
Oh, that'd be good.
God,
That'd be
man.
just my look.
Man.
If it was all your fault.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
I
Abbott
could've-
would be so mad. He'd be so mad.
He'd give me a text at least.
No, he's not listening.
Oh man, listen to this. They found. I don't know if I told. I think I told you guys this. Yeah, I think I did on the air. They found a body in a container in downtown Vegas. You know. Listen to the plot twist on this. It's a journalist. What was he reporting on that he shouldn't have been? You're right. I'm blaming him.
Greasy.
What did he do?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like if you were writing this book, what would he have written about, Core?
Tyrese Halliburton's dad?
Yeah, see, that'll do it. I'm surprised he lasted that long. I think the
Are you going to go
no,
look,
it's still going
Zach?
on. Somebody needs to go look.
Yeah, go look, Zach. Go see
Go out there and look.
Go out and look.
Go see if all the other shows have left.
Scream like a 3-year-old young lady if something bad's going on out there.
Well, not there.
Well, I don't know. Let's see if there's trucks out there.
Well, I mean, there's big old 4x4 Toyota.
There he goes.
Yeah, what if that's the last time we see him?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Well, what if that was the last time he had a chance to get out, and he's the one that
Yeah,
gets
he took
out?
it. Yeah, he took it.
Yeah.
And we're
Yes,
talking about a guy in a container in Vegas.
Yeah.
I think if that were it, I don't think he'd come back and let us know.
Of course, well, he might call. He might call the hotline, but it doesn't work. I broke the phone.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It all goes back to the day Hockey punched the phone.
What were you mad about?
I was trying to call .com Tom.
Oh, yeah.
And something always goes wrong when I try to get hold of .com Tom, and this time it was that damn phone. So I punched it right in the phone. Did a lot of good too, man. I taught it a lesson.
Yeah, that's pretty much every 80s and 90s kid, right? Is something's not working, you shake it, you blow on it, or you punch it.
You punch
Correct.
it. It always
Yep.
ends with a punch.
Yep.
You
Maybe
hit
if I
the top
punch it,
of
it'll change.
Yeah, hit the top of it.
Yep.
And then sometimes you'd get it to work and you go, don't move it. Just let's play. No?
Where
Sure.
can he be? Where can he be? I mean, he's been gone for a long time.
Maybe he's checking every stairwell for smoke or flames or
Or
something.
just see if any of the other shows have left.
Or maybe the fire department has put him on the giant ladder and they're moving him away from a building that they've just decided to let burn.
My God.
This one's too far gone. We just got to clear the area.
Yeah.
They're going down. You did it, didn't you, Corey?
Yeah, this.
No, I've always
did
said,
it,
again,
didn't
I want to burn a building that doesn't have anybody in it.
Well, that's,
Home or building.
maybe
I shouldn't say
that's-
building.
Maybe that's subterfuge.
Maybe you decided to change that to anybody important.
Yeah. And now you got Zach out of here. You want Hawk and I
Yeah,
to
because
die.
you don't care about us.
Yeah, you hate
Zach's
us.
your main.
Zach's your main.
He's your main.
I don't know.
You're not denying it. Look at him. He's not denying it.
I just don't think I would start with a building this big.
Really?
I don't think so.
Well, you think small.
Yeah. I don't know. God, it would be. It's like a band that has a monster debut album, though.
Yeah.
Zachary, what's your feedback?
I don't smell anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, you had COVID.
That's true.
Anybody else leave?
iHeartMedia would have to find multiple shows. Like, they'd have to replace multiple shows if this is real.
There's still a lot of us on the air.
Everybody here.
That's because we do a job that we care about.
Yeah.
Important.
It's everybody's just...
Everybody just hanging out doing their show?
And nobody believes it.
I mean...
Everybody's skeptical.
This is technically a real fire alarm, pull, fire emergency.
And nobody leaves.
And nobody's leaving.
Yeah, that's okay. Listen, there's a lot of kids who deserve big breaks in radio, and they're about to get it.
Yeah. Well, thanks to my friends at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com.
Yeah, thanks for all you did for us while we were still here.
Your gutters again.
Yeah, thanks for supporting the show while we still were alive.
Yeah, thank you all.
This audio is going to hold up extremely well.
Yeah.
It'll be embedded nicely into every CNN story that gets posted in the next couple of days.
What do you think of this bit, Howard Stern?
Because it's going to be... at the 4-minute mark, the fire alarm goes off, and at the 25-minute mark,
they're still talking.
They're still screaming. Listen to them. They're screaming.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show, maybe after this on The Fan.
Oh, yeah. While we're still here.
Yeah, and the alarm's off.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
We did it.
We sure did.
I think we're going to get a stern talking to about not following protocol. Maybe not.
No, I don't think anybody's listening. Not in terms of the corner offices.
No, I don't think they care either.
It's the Power Trip Morning Show. It happens every morning. Right here.
I just hope that if there is ever an actual fire and danger, that we have like some Paul Revere person to be like, no, you actually have to go.
I would think somebody would run and yell quickly. I don't know who that person would be. It's not going to be us.
What if it was a guy named Paul Revere? God, that'd be ironic. It would be weird. It'd be
live up to his name.
Yeah, he'd be like, my whole life, people have been making fun of my name. But now I know. It weren't funny. He's from Indiana.
I don't know any Reveres.
We'll look up on LinkedIn if there's a Paul Revere.
There's got to be.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's 50-plus Paul Revere profiles.
I told you.
Oh, yeah, there's one in San Francisco, Queens in New York, Massachusetts. Yeah, they're all over the place. There's a whole bunch of them.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's too many of them. This one's a real estate agent in Indonesia.
Paul Revere Jr., I see. Oh. Maybe that's...
PRJ?
Wow.
Maybe that's his kid.
You guys might or might not be aware that Rick Derringer passed away. Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, Hang On Sloopy. The most famous person who ever was born and lived in my hometown, Rick Derringer.
Is that right?
Yeah. Union City. Went to high school with my aunt, Judy. His brother, and he were in the band The McCoys, which performed Hang On Sloopy, Sloopy Hang On. He passed away at the age of 77. He played with Cyndi Lauper, Steely Dan. He produced the song Frankenstein. He produced Weird Al Yankovic's very first record.
Right, and I'm Cyndi Lauper.
That part about I'm not sure about the Cyndi Lauper. Worked with Barbra Streisand. He wrote and performed Real American, which you guys well know as Hulk Hogan's theme song.
Yeah.
He also had a song called Hang On Sloopy's video, in which a lady without a bra on just walks along the street and starts dancing and shaking those things. And if you want to see a video in which a very late 60s, early 70s lady in very short shorts in a shirt with no bra on, just flops her bloppies all over the place.
Her what?
Just watch the Hang On Sloopy video.
All right.
And you'll see Rick looking right at her the whole time. Because why wouldn't you? And then she starts dancing. She starts grooving. And you got to know that, I mean...
Is she Sloopy? Yeah. I don't understand who Sloopy is.
I'll tell you what she is. She's bloody nippled because that's got to be uncomfortable.
It's very cold. Do they shoot this in Canada?
And I know they didn't shoot it in Union City.
We were in Abbott's office yesterday when the news came down. And Abbott's like, breaking news, Rick Derringer's dead. And he's like, who's Rick Derringer? And I go, yeah, how do I know that name?
Yeah, that's why.
Didn't know. I was very familiar with the name. Couldn't have told you for $1 million what Rick Derringer was famous for. But there it is.
Yeah, he's from my hometown. In fact,
that's crazy.
When I was born, my mom and dad lived in an apartment just down the hall from an apartment he had once lived in.
Wow.
I have his brother, who was also in the McCoys. I have his guitar, which they left in a house trailer my mom and dad once lived in.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You said he went to school with your aunt.
Yep, that's right.
Is there a chance that Rick Derringer and your aunt hooked up?
I hope so.
Yeah.
For her sake.
I was going to ask the same thing.
Is there a chance that she was the inspiration for Sloopy?
No, they didn't write Sloopy. They just performed it.
Damn it.
They were playing at a bar in Dayton.
What about the inspiration for Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo?
Yeah.
I tell you what's the inspiration for this erection right now.
Oh, my God.
Look at this lady. She can dance, though. Do you know this lady in this video who's dancing around like that? If she's still with us, she's got to be in her 80s now. I bet she's still hooked.
Paul, your hands up.
Yeah, of course you would. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, then, before. And your aunt definitely.
How dare you? Don't say that about
got
Judy.
Got banged by.
Do not say that about
Rick.
Judy. If they did anything, they made sweet love, but she wasn't just somebody who would bang.
Oh.
She's still with us, by the way. She might be listening right now.
Oh, sorry, Judy.
Morning, Judy.
Is that Courtney Cox?
Courtney Cox did not dance like that.
No.
This lady's about to dislocate her hips and her boobs.
You know the funniest part about this music video? The comments are turned off because people are probably saying terrible things.
Well, I don't know why they'd say terrible things. Look at her move that A.
What was the pitch meeting like on this music video idea?
I think Derringer went rogue.
Yeah.
It's literally just them playing
I think
in the street and her dancing.
That's all she's doing the whole time.
Yeah.
There's no plot to it. And the longer the video goes, the quicker she dances. She's definitely on ecstasy.
They should have brought
Back
her
in
on
the
tour.
70s?
Sure.
They were doing X back in the 70s?
I don't know. What am I, a drug man?
No. I'm just asking.
I like that there's two guys, not one, but two playing the bells or whatever you call it. And I don't believe that what do you call it? The xylophone? I don't think there's xylophone in this song. But there's two gentlemen playing the xylophone on the stage just because they want to watch that lady flopper blobs around.
Yeah, flopper what?
Yeah, they volunteered.
Yeah.
They made nothing from this.
Yeah. Anyway, Rick Derringer, man. Union City's finest. It goes Rick Derringer, then Curtis Enos, and me.
Hey, you're in the top three.
Yeah, you're in the top three.
Well, I might have been very gracious to myself in doing that. Darn it, the video's over. I have to start it again.
Sauce, how high up on the list are you for famous Minnetonka alums?
That's a very good question. Probably top 40.
Are you?
I mean, you got to be in the top 2.
2?
For Chisago City?
Yeah.
Yeah, who else is...
And it's got to be Ryan Carter and Zach from White Bear.
Oh, we've had some
What about Crease?
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan Carter.
I'm not even on the notable people from White Bear list.
Can't you just add yourself?
Yeah, just do a little edit to Wikipedia.
I did, and then they took it off.
Wow.
Who's they?
The Wikipedia editors.
Wow.
He produced Frankenstein, which went to number 1. It was just a instrumental for Edgar Winter. It went to number 1. How about that? How about an era of the United States in which a song that had no vocals in it could go to number 1 on the top Hot 100?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I mean, he had a hell of a lot. He was part of Andy Warhol's extended circle of friends. His first guitar player in his band was Neil Girardo, who went on to marry Pat Benatar and write some of her great hits and played the intro on Jesse's Girl. He worked extensively with Cyndi Lauper.
Right, and I'm Cyndi Lauper.
Right. Good for you. It's a life well lived.
Yeah, probably a million stories.
Yeah, he was the touring guitar player for Ringo Starr.
I found a video with comments on, and they're actually mostly very, very, very positive.
How about this? He played the guitar solo on Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Wow. Really? That's sweet.
He played the guitar solo on Making Love Out of Nothing at All by Air Supply. So he did a lot.
Look at Rick Derringer.
Yeah, look at him go, man. Good guitar player.
Front page sports in a second. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Carboni's Pizza wants to fuel your playoff party for Game 5 tonight. Visit one of their 30-plus locations to enjoy delicious pizza and get ready for the playoff run. Find your nearest Carboni's today, carbonispizza.com. That's a good idea.
So I was reading more about Rick Derringer. Check this out. You know, he did that wrestling album called like Overdrive or something. I don't know. He did a cover version of his own song, Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, as a duet with Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh, brilliant.
And if I could play it, I would, but, you know, iHeart. And then that led me to Mean Gene Okerlund's Wikipedia page. I'm sure we talked about this when he died, but I'm reading it right now as if I'd never heard this before. Did you know that Mean Gene once worked as a radio host at WDGY in Minneapolis under the name Gene Leader?
This is your Gene Leader.
He later left that position to become the program director at KDWB.
KDWB.
What? Really?
Mean Gene.
Yeah. Mean Gene Okerlund. Worked at KDWB and WDGY, which I believe was on 1130, which used to be the home of the Fan.
Well, if he wants to come back, Mean Gene is welcome.
Yeah. I think he can only come back on Fridays.
I had no idea.
Wait, isn't Mean Gene dead?
Sure.
Yeah, he's deader than hell.
Oh. Sorry.
What happened?
Age.
Oh.
Yeah. Death took him.
He's too mean.
Jeez.
He's too mean. He had that rock and roll hoochie coo.
Man, Minnesota's stamp on wrestling, it's unmatched.
Yeah.
I see what you did there, matched.
Yeah.
We've got the one guy from Edina.
There's probably another guy.
Ben?
Ric Flair, is that what it is?
Sure.
Ooh.
Brock
Lesnar.
Yeah.
Jumpin' Jim Brunzell.
Sure.
Who?
Part of the B people or whatever they're called.
Coco Beware. Brutus the Barber. Beefcake. Andre the Giant's from here.
Is he really?
Bill the Nut Slapper.
Yep. Wow, what was his special move?
Yep. Earthquake, I think, was from Newport.
Yep.
He was from Minnetonka High School.
Yeah.
What about
PF.
Who's PF?
He has that Asian restaurant at Harbor Lakes.
Oh, brilliant. Well played.
Yeah.
Sloopy?
Did you guys know what PF stood for?
No.
Whew.
Aw, thank you.
What was your P.F. Chang's guess and initials? Was it like... were the initials P.F.?
Yes.
And you tried to guess P.F. Chang's or was it P.C.? I forget what it was. But you guessed P.F. Chang's like when the combo didn't make sense. And now I don't remember how it went.
It wasn't my brightest moment.
But you specifically did the P.F. Chang's. You like tried to blend them together to make it make more sense.
Yeah, I'm not bright.
I don't remember how that works.
I'm not smart.
Hey, man. It's gotten you this far.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice job.
Yep.
Good job, buddy boy.
Let's do front page sports.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores, you can buy a couple of Red Bulls and get one free. Buy two, get one free. Mix and match any flavors you want, including their summer peach, white peach summer edition?
Yes, sir.
Sounds awesome. Still haven't tried it, but look, if that sounds something like that you would want, then get in there to Holiday. And if not, you can mix and match any flavors you want. Thanks, Holiday.
Yeah, thanks, Holiday.
I like that.
I don't know if you can play that.
Who cares? The Oilers beat the Stars 4-1. Edmonton takes a 3-1 series lead. Corey Perry with the eventual game-winning goal about midway through the second. Edmonton added a couple of late empty netters. So both series now 3-1. Sauce, one of your teams, Florida, is up 3-1, and one of my teams, Edmonton, up 3-1.
Yeah, man.
Looks like we're headed for a rematch of last year's Stanley Cup final between the Panthers and the Oilers again. And then we'll hear that same story that the country of Canada has not won a cup in something like 30 years.
Yeah, man. It'll be fun.
Go Panthers.
I think you have the upper hand, Corliss.
I don't know.
They haven't won a Stanley Cup. They haven't won a Walter Cup.
They have not.
Yeah. They haven't won a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Sorry, Tim.
The Pacers beat the Knicks. They're now up 3-1 after a 130-121 win over the New York Knicks. Halliburton, 32 points, 12 boards, 15 assists, 0 turnovers.
Oh, 0. I didn't know you weren't able to do that.
Brunson, 31, Cat, 24. Game 5 in New York tomorrow at 7.
Yeah. Go Pacers. Pacers, Oklahoma City.
Is like every series now 3-1 between the NBA and NHL?
Yes.
Yep. All 4.
Yep.
The Wolves are at the Thunder tonight. Game 5 at 7:30. Oklahoma City attempting to put the Wolves down because they're up 3-1. Oklahoma City on DraftKings up or favored by 8.5 points, and the over/under is 220.5. To win the series, they're minus 4,000. If you still think the Wolves can come back and do this on DraftKings, they are 17-1 to come all the way back.
They can do it. I think positively. In my mind, they've already
If
done
any
it.
team can, it's them.
Out of the 4 teams right now that are down 3-1, if you had to pick one of them, which one would you pick?
I'd pick the Wolves.
It's them.
They've had the weirdest season where they have looked like they were out, that they weren't even going to make the playoffs at one point. They were fighting just to get into the play-in tournament, and then they ended up finding their way to a 6th spot, and then they found their way to the Final 4.
I think you would have to take one of the hockey teams just by the nature of hockey,
if you
right?
want to be math and analytical.
Well, I was asking
smart.
for a serious answer.
You take Dallas because they get to play. Well, I don't know.
Or Carolina. Hockey's weird.
Oh, yeah.
It's easier to get hot and win 3 hockey games than it is to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You
3
probably take
consecutive
Carolina.
times.
Yeah, they've lost 1 home game all postseason. 1. They ain't losing 2 in 3 games.
Just watch.
Okay.
But yeah, well, I wouldn't pick Carolina because they went down 3-0, and the odds of winning 4 straight is. So I would say Dallas is probably, and that window is closing quick too on them. So
good. The Panthers are at the Hurricanes tonight, 7:00. Florida is up 3-1. If they win, they are back to defend their title.
Hell yeah, man! Go
final.
Panthers. No,
go Canes for maybe a game 6. That'd be fun.
You're a Caniac, right?
Yeah.
No slaw extra toast.
I have the receipt from yesterday to prove it.
Oh, you went yesterday.
Oh.
You're not a slaw guy, though, right?
Glad you saved that receipt.
Yeah.
Did you go extra toast or extra fries?
Extra fries.
Extra fries.
When I eat in.
But if you're on the road, then you go extra toast?
Yeah, because they don't really give you many extra fries if you go through the drive-thru.
Is that right?
Really?
Yeah. So I just go with the toast.
You got to have as many fries as possible.
Fries are the
Those
best.
crinkle cut. Ugh.
A plus.
You better have as many as possible.
Amen.
Yeah. Amen. And also with you.
Man, now I want piping hot Raising Cane's fries. Right now at 6:18 in the morning.
Just
perfect time for fries, right?
Just piping hot.
Piping hot.
Yeah.
What a fun phrase. Piping
so
hot.
That it's piping.
It's piping.
If they will bring them, I'll pay for it because I owe you 10 of them.
You sure do. Sauce, where do you think the phrase piping hot comes from?
I would guess. This is just a guess.
Oh, you mean you don't know?
No, I do not.
Why don't you just guess?
My guess would be like the barrel of a gun. It's like a pipe, piping hot.
It's the worst possible guess.
Or like like the stack of like a car.
A stack of a car?
Like the exhaust pipe. That's piping hot. That's a pipe-ing hot.
I bet it's something to do with back in the old days.
Witches?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, you've watched witch porn.
Yeah.
You know, pipes get hot.
Yeah, that's what I said. Car pipe.
No,
got it.
An actual pipe.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
like a heating pipe, like
Maybe or maybe it was like Gandalf's pipe.
Sure,
that's way back in the old days.
I'd like to beat you with a pipe.
A lead pipe in the conservatory.
That'd be fine.
I have answers.
Go on.
The phrase piping hot was first used in the 14th century by, of course, we all know Geoffrey Chaucer in his work, The Canterbury Tales, to describe hot food, particularly waffles.
Oh.
Its origin...
waffles back then?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Waffles are actually they are thousands of years old.
Really?
I'd eat it anyway.
Yeah, sure.
It comes from the sound of very hot items, particularly those with steam or sizzling.
Got to wait for that sizzle.
Got to do it. How about that?
So we still don't quite know, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like those old school
Nutsacks
and McDonald's apple pies, those were piping hot. They had like a warning on them. They were so piping hot.
The apple pies?
Yeah, the apple pie at
Never
McDonald's
had one.
is
Take your
elite.
word for it.
Yeah.
You've had one, right, Zachy?
No.
They had to do that. They had to put it
Not
on
a
there.
pie guy.
I'm not a pie guy either. Not especially not apple pie. No, thank you.
What?
I'm sorry.
Do you guys eat any pie?
Hi.
Yeah. None. French silk?
Hair high.
Just chocolate and
Oreo.
cream. Yeah,
Hair
Oreo.
high.
And also with you?
Hair high.
You know, yep. Yep.
Just picturing Lawyer Lambert yelling at little Polly Lambert because he wants that hot apple pie so bad, and Jeff's like, "It's too hot, Polly!"
Oh, I'm sure.
Wait!
Oh, I'm sure.
That was the start of your impatience.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But
Oh,
I
yeah.
want it now!
I probably burned
It's
the hell out of my
1,000
face.
degrees,
Oh,
Paul.
It's piping hot. Yes, sir.
They would go straight from the drive-through to the emergency room.
Yep. And then back to the McDonald's because I was a good boy at the hospital.
Yeah. The Lamberts are back.
Yeah.
Did he
Paul
burn
must have
himself
wanted
again?
another apple pie.
Which one is it? A brain freeze from ice cream?
Yep.
Or did he burn the roof of his mouth?
Yep.
God, that guy can't eat food.
Yeah, I can't wait. 2 seconds. God, a McDonald's. Do they still make those?
Apple pies? I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
Not
They're
sure.
elite.
I don't know.
Elite.
I don't know.
Don't know. Maybe we can learn something during What Really Matters in a second.
Yeah, maybe I'll look
That's
it up
next.
for you.
Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
Bounce into parlay for our Timberwolves Game 5 watch party at 7:30 tonight. Join host Marnie Gellner for a night of epic prize giveaways, including Game 6 tickets. Pair the playoff action with music by DJ AO, free food and drink specials. Everyone in attendance will receive a free Timberwolves playoff rally towel, I should say.
Or
Full
tower.
details
Tower,
at ticasino.com. I believe that means tower or towel.
It's like a Jenga.
Trying to roll into the Dark Tower King.
Yeah, what Hugs said.
Would you guys rather have, a towel or a Jenga game themed like the
Well,
Timberwolves?
tower's got many, should say towel's got many uses.
Yeah, I'd say a towel.
Yeah, you could use one.
You really could.
Yeah,
Let's do What Really Matters. Scores and stats around the world of sports in between. Chris will change your life with something else, and it's brought to you by our friends at Carboni's and Carboni's Pizzeria.
What really matters.
Like 30 or so locations, Carboni's.
You got that right. You got that right.
The Minnesota Twins won 4-2 over the Rays. Correa 3 of 4 with a run, and Cody Clemens hit his 5th home run of the year.
Cody, man.
He's good.
Cody.
We should get Roger Clemens to come in and play initials sometime when he's in watching his kiddo.
That'd be great.
Well, what if he came in on a Wednesday?
Nope, I already talked to him. He's not available Monday through Thursday, only on Fridays.
I mean, that'd be elite.
That would be really cool. What really matters, though, is this.
You're right about that, Corey.
Thanks.
Jim Thorpe was born on this day in 1888.
Damn.
Native American U.S. Olympic gold medalist and Football Hall of Famer. In 1950, he was voted the greatest American athlete of the first half of the century.
Wow.
He was buried in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, a town he never actually set foot in.
So wait a minute. So they named a town after him, but he wasn't from there. He was just buried there.
I guess so.
Weird.
It would be ironic if it wasn't named after him. I'm checking right now. Not Jim Thorpe. I don't spell well.
That's okay. No one will rip you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you hate when you get Jim Thorpe and you got to go to the doctor to get that swab in the back of your neck?
Tommy would love to get Jim Thorpe.
Why would you like that?
No, it sounds like something he would like. I don't know. I'm just talking to talk. I apologize. I should just.
It's a very long, very, very long Wikipedia page from Jim Thorpe.
Sure. Did a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of sports.
Yep. It looks like it was named after him.
Man. Sauce, would you be willing to be buried in a random city in some random state if they changed the name of the town to Paul Lambert, Idaho?
100%, because even in my death, it would be about me.
Mm-hmm. But then, like, Kel and Louie would never get to visit your grave because they're not going to go to Idaho just to see a grave.
Well, they might.
Maybe once.
Yeah, maybe once.
Yeah, but if you got buried in Minnetonka, they could go see you all the time.
But as you say, what do I care? I'm dead.
Well said.
Yeah, bury me wherever.
Thorpe's funeral was held at St. Benedict's Catholic Church in Shawnee, Oklahoma. His body lay in state at Fairview Cemetery. Residents had paid to have it returned to Shawnee by train from California, where he passed away. People began a fundraising effort to erect a memorial to Thorpe's in the town of
Oh my God! Holy! I thought. Oh man! Freak! I thought you were moving something.
Oh, what a classy way to honor Jim Thorpe.
Yeah. My God. You pooped.
Who?
You.
Sorry. Thorpe's third wife, unbeknownst to the rest of his family, took Thorpe's body and had it shipped to Pennsylvania. When she heard that the small Pennsylvania towns of Mauch Chunk and East Mauch Chunk were seeking to attract business, she made a deal with officials, which, according to Thorpe's son Jack, was made by the widowed Patricia for monetary considerations. The town
Patricia Thorpe?
Yeah.
She's an actress.
Oh, okay.
The town bought Thorpe's remains, erected a monument to him at a grave, and then changed the name of the town to Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
She sold the guy his remains. Boy, that's love.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Again, what does he care? Make some money.
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah, and
Do
I
whatever
guess
you want.
I'd be cool if you were alive when they named the town after you.
That would be cooler.
Does this make her a literal gold digger?
I mean,
I ain't saying that.
In the nicest way.
In the nicest possible way.
I ain't saying that.
Kirk Cousins did not attend day one of the Falcons OTAs. Kirk has reportedly told Atlanta that he wants to be a starter in the NFL this season. Of course, Atlanta has Michael Penix Jr. Atlanta would be on the hook for his guaranteed $27.5 million, even if they released him. So if they really need to do something with him, it's a trade. But then, of course, he has a no-trade clause, and the other team would have to take a big chunk of that salary, and it's hard to find anybody that wants to do that. Mandatory minicamp for Atlanta is June 10th. Oh. But Kirk, no show on day one.
Yeah.
Well, that worked for him.
Yeah.
Crazy story.
Yeah. What a turn.
What really matters, though, is this.
Jim Thorpe played for the Canton Bulldogs, where he was also the head coach when he played. The Cleveland Indians, the Oorang Indians, the Rock Island Independents, the New York Giants, the Rock Island Independents again, then the Tampa Cardinals, then the Canton Bulldogs again, and then the Chicago Cardinals. He was head coach in Indiana, at the Canton Bulldogs, at the Cleveland Indians, at the Oorang Indians, and at the Tampa Cardinals, while he was also a player.
Oh.
Played 52 games. He kicked 4 field goals Longest one was from 47 yards.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, man.
Is there anything this guy didn't do?
We didn't know that there was a town named after him.
Yeah.
Didn't outlive his wife.
Yeah.
Mary Lou Retton was arrested on suspicion of DUI. She's 57 years old. There was a bottle of wine in the passenger seat. Apparently, when she did the field sobriety test, the officer held up a 10, and then she didn't realize there was a decimal point before the 1. I'll be here all week. Tip your waitresses.
Is that a joke? Stop at this moment.
Oh, I got it.
What really matters is this.
I don't know stuff, man.
It's funny.
I don't know stuff. On this date in 1949, the Princess of Punk, Wendy O. Williams, the lead singer of the Plasmatics, was born. She invented the electrical tape over the nipples fashion statement.
Man, thank God for that, right, Huck?
Spent time doing live sex shows, which much better than dead sex shows.
Yeah.
Not much better.
I mean,
She hit the big time then. She said once, it was like working at a donut shop, except you didn't wear a paper hat, when she was referring to working at a live sex show.
Oh.
I loved her daytime TV show.
Different Wendy Williams.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is Wendy O. Williams.
Oh.
Was that show any good, Hawk? Did you watch Wendy Williams' show?
Sure.
It's terrible.
Still good.
It's not
Sauce, you know, like how you said when you used to work at Dairy Queen, you would just basically eat the entire time.
Of course.
I would be 900 pounds if I worked at a donut shop.
Yeah.
How do you not just get high off your own supply?
Correct.
God, I love donuts.
What's your favorite kind?
Just like a cinnamon and sugar kind of a...
Yeah.
That's boring as hell.
It is boring as hell, but I just like a standard little sugar kind of donut, ring donut.
Mine's an apple fritter.
Sugar, obviously. Sugar.
What do you mean, obviously? At least mine has some kind of fruit in it. What's your favorite kind, Hogs?
I like cream-filled Long Johns.
Yeah. Zach, same thing?
I just like the glazed.
Yeah, you made it weird.
Yeah, you made it weird.
What percentage of the time when you were working at Dairy Queen were you eating?
I mean,
50?
Probably 75.
75%.
Yeah.
What was the most you ever ate? Like 5 blizzards?
I think one time we made a blizzard out of the large pop cup, which is twice the size of like the large blizzard, and I ate one of those.
When you say we, is that the royal we?
Yeah, the royal we. Probably me and, I don't know. It's also... That Dairy Queen that's no longer there is the first place I ever smoked weed. That was a whole lot of fun. I don't know why I added that, but I thought we were.
What came first, the weed or the extra large blizzard?
Oh, the weed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun. It was a fun place to work. Then I got fired and said I'd never find a job again.
Wait, they said that or you said that?
They said that.
They said you would never find another job again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you were so bad at working there?
Yeah, just because, yeah.
And they were going to refuse to give you a letter of recommendation?
Yeah.
They thought you would never find another job.
I was told I would never find another job as long as I lived.
That's a pretty bold thing to tell a high school kid.
I mean, I was probably 15, 16.
You're so bad at working at 15 or 16 years old.
Yeah.
Good luck ever finding another job.
Good luck finding employment, I think, were their exact words.
He was saying that
you must have been something.
You were going to be unemployable.
Yes, my whole life, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
You must have been bad.
Oh, yeah.
Think of how close they were to being right.
Very.
They were so close.
Yeah. If my uncle didn't do Hawk's taxes, I don't know where I'd be.
What a sentence.
I mean, it's true.
More of what really matters after this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
Farm Aid 40 is coming to Minneapolis. Join Willie Nelson, Neil Young, Dave Matthews, and more Saturday, September 20th at Huntington Bank Stadium. Celebrate 40 years of music, food, and family farming. Enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets now on our contest page. That's KFAN.com, keyword contest to enter today, comrades.
Brilliant.
It's weird music to play behind that.
Yeah, why'd you do that, Zach?
It's the best.
I just kind of raw dogged it.
Oof.
Good for you,
Is
Pat.
raw dog one word?
Brilliant.
Let's do more of what really matters, more scores and stats around the world of sports, and Chris will change your life with something else.
Yeah, you got that right, buddy boy.
Yep. The PGA Tour announced that they are eliminating the starting stroke format
Oh, yeah.
for the Tour Championship.
Yeah, start with the tickle instead.
So all 30 golfers will start at even par. It used to be staggered, where the better you did leading up to it, you could basically get a head start. And I guess that wasn't very well liked. So now everybody starts at even par, top 30 golfers, 72 holes. Winner gets a 5-year tour exemption and a sizable bonus.
Sweet. Go golf.
Yep. I don't know. What really matters is this.
In 1934, on this day, the Dion quintuplets were born in Callander, Ontario, Canada. They were 5 identical girls and were the first quintuplets to survive their infancy. 1934. They're all gone now.
Man, that's dark.
Yeah, that is dark.
First ones to survive.
I think it's...
I mean, that's good. That's light.
Okay.
But, like, the fact that their parents were probably told, like the mom, like, when they're like, oh, there's 5 of them in
Mom
there.
lived through that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Another one's in there? Are you kidding me? What are you, a puppy?
Or a baby.
Say you're a baby.
Say you're a baby.
Terry Bradshaw's not a big fan of Aaron Rodgers, it sounds like. The 4-time Super Bowl winning champ of the Steelers had some comments about how Aaron Rodgers is treating the Steelers as they're waiting for him. Terry Bradshaw said, quote, "That's a joke. That to me is just a joke. What are you going to do? Bring him in for 1 year? Are you kidding me? That guy needs to stay in California. Go somewhere and chew on bark and whisper to the gods out there."
What if you're reading it in just the worst tone?
Yeah.
What if that was all complimentary?
Yes.
All right, let me try it again.
Please?
Read it nicely.
That's a joke. To me, that's just a joke. What are you going to do?
That's still
Bring him in for 1 year? Are you kidding me? That guy needs to stay in California. Go somewhere and chew on bark and whisper to the gods out there.
You can't do it.
Yeah,
you can't do it in a
sound
way that
nice.
doesn't sound negative.
I don't know. Those are hard words to turn positive.
I mean, the word God for Corey, it's kind of...
that's a
Touche,
good point.
you're right about that.
Yeah, go chew on bark.
Yeah, hey, go chew on bark.
Yeah.
And whisper to the gods out there.
Yeah.
Whisper
See,
to the
that
gods.
sounds nice.
Yeah, it sounds like a greeting or a sayonara from somebody who's telling you to go do something good.
Right.
Yeah.
Sauce, give me an example of whispering to the gods.
Hello, Jesus. How are you? I need some help. I've gained a little weight in the past couple months, and if you could send a miracle cure, that would be nice. P.S. Stop watching me hammer myself. I love you, God. I apologize for Corey. He does love you deep inside his
What?
heart.
What a weird point to stop that whisper.
Oh, I was in tears.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm actually talking to God.
What really matters, though, is this.
This is what I'm about to read to you is astounding. There's a place called the Beverly Hills Supper Club in Southgate, Kentucky. There was a big gathering there in 1977 on this day. And a fire broke out and killed 165 people.
Jesus.
Legendary TV host John Davidson from a show called That's Incredible escaped the blaze and helped assist with the injured. 165 people.
My God.
I know. I gotta look this up.
How many died at the Great White Fire?
100.
100? Was it 100?
Yeah.
Was it
pretty much
really?
like right on the dot.
165 at a supper
Yeah.
club?
Yeah.
Man, you are correct. Zacco, 100. Injuring 230.
Man, this thing is really burning. Oh, golly ma. Imagine a supper club that had 165 people in it.
And John Davidson's one of them, and he's helping people.
Well, listen to this.
Listen to this.
Later estimates place the total number of people in the supper club and approximately 3,000.
What?
Substantially more than the 1,500 people the fire code allowed at the time.
It was an illegal gambling house as early as 1926.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Dean Martin was a blackjack dealer there.
Of course he was.
Not when the fire happened.
Oh.
You go back to the Great White Fire, and you ask yourself, how many lives could have been saved if Chuck Woolery had just been there watching the show?
Why is that?
Just game show hosts helping out.
Yeah. Got it. Man.
You think Woolery liked Great White? R.I.P. Chuck Woolery, by the way.
What's Great White's best song?
House of Broken Love. Or Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
How does it go?
Times are getting hard for you, little girl. I'm humbling and stumbling all over God's world. You can't remember when you had your last meal. You don't know just how a woman feels.
That's how it sounds like when I read Terry Bradshaw
Yes,
quotes.
correct. Yeah, I don't know. Is that what Terry said about
You didn't know what rock and roll was until you saw your sister with some guys from the group halfway home in the parking lot. By the look in her eyes, she was giving what she got. I said, my, you're once bitten, twice shy. Or something like that.
Hey, when you said that Supper Club was like an illegal gambling ring
At
or
one
whatever,
point, yeah.
I wonder what the biggest underground gambling thing the Twin Cities has.
Right
do
now?
we have some kind of giant empire underground?
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. I hope we do. I have no...
Nordo's got to be involved.
Why Nordo?
You know.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do we have some secret casino somewhere that's just unbelievable?
Mm-hmm. I know there's a whorehouse
Do we
in Maple
really?
Grove.
Your mic's on.
What?
Well, are they combined? Because if you got an underground casino, that's off the radar. Shouldn't you have ladies of the night?
You can't put your peanut butter in my chocolate.
Yeah. We'd never see Hawk if that were the case. I mean, there's got to be. There's got to be somebody illegally running one of the biggest gambling rings, like when it's not like what's the Halloween store?
Halloween Express.
When it's not Halloween
or Spirit of Halloween.
Spirit of Halloween. When it's not that, it's a gambling ring, right?
So in a mall?
Yeah, but there's a lot of malls with a lot of empty spots, and empty spots are scary, right? Like, you don't go over to that. Like, if you walk in and there's a J.C. Penney's that's been closed for 10 years, you're not going to go check it out. And little do you know, there's some hot gambling action going on.
So wait a minute. So the underground gambling ring is at a mall with just another title like J.C. Penney, but nobody goes in there, so you would never know that there's gambling there.
Yeah.
What if like my aunt walks into J.C. Penney thinking it's 1987 and walks right into the gambling ring?
And maybe and the horror room.
Sure.
Maybe. No, I think... Shocking. I left some details out of my story.
Such as?
Well, I think it's closed. It's been closed for 10 years, right? But they don't know what to do with it. They've already put like a Dick's Sporting Good on the other side, right? You can't have something on, like they don't have anything to fill it yet. But somebody real rich owns the building and his buddies are like, why don't we open a secret gambling ring in a JCPenney? Nobody goes in there. And they have a whole casino in a JCPenney. Well, no one else knows. No one's none the wiser.
Super rich guys that own a mall are willing to throw it all away to run a gambling ring inside of a JCPenney.
Yeah, but when when the cops show up, they take them on a tour of the JCPenney. Not all of it is the gambling ring.
Oh, so like you can still buy a lawnmower and some pants.
No, it's just empty.
So
it's just gone.
When the cops show up, they take them on a tour and they don't ask why these guys are hanging out.
No, you don't see that part. Just an empty, hey, we're going to tear this down soon. And then they hand them $50 and some free buffet tickets.
See, I thought maybe, like the...
Where is the buffet? Is it at the food court?
Is it underground?
Yeah, in the fake casino.
Man, I like this place.
Yeah. So they say, hey, if you ever want to come back, we'll show you the lawnmower section. And then they wink.
Mm-hmm.
And the cops go, why are you winking? And they say, I don't know, it's an eye issue I've been having lately.
This place was incredible.
Thank you.
Not your place. Your place made no sense.
The Beverly Hills Country Club was unbelievable. At the time of the fire, there was a wedding going on in one end of the building, the John Davidson concert in the Zebra Room where everybody died, or the cabaret room. And then at the other end of the building, there were just people having, like 600 more people having dinner. There were people everywhere.
Wow.
You know what it sounds like? The Medina Entertainment Center. I mean, that's
On roids.
Yeah, on roids, man.
I mean, these people were partying it up, and there was no kind of fire alarms or anything like that. There was a busboy who ran the length of the building going, "Get out!"
You know what his name was?
It's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know who.
Paul Revere.
That would be so
really?
ironic.
Yeah.
He was less effective than his great uncle.
Yeah, that's sad.
See, this pays Sauce to just sit at the supper club and eat mott sticks. Don't go see
Correct.
John Davidson do cabaret or whatever. Yeah, that's how you die.
Right.
You're much safer. You're much better off just eating dinner and leaving safely.
Yeah.
Or going to JCPenney and asking for the lawnmower section.
Yep.
Didn't you work in the dessert section of the buffet, though?
I'm sure I would have. Yeah. Yeah. I like dessert.
Dip.
Dip again. Dip. I like eating. Sorry.
Yeah, we know.
I don't know if I would ever trust going to it based on films and things. I don't know if I would ever really trust going to like an underground casino.
No.
How do you know you're not just going to get robbed by the people that own the place or run the place?
It's part of the joy.
I guess you got to have that rush.
I certainly wouldn't trust the buffet.
No,
I bet it's pretty high class at the JCPenney Casino Buffet.
Hey, speaking of buffets, Core, and malls and JCPenney, out at the Albertville Premium Outlets,
Yep, love it.
they're adding some stores, including Auntie Anne's Pretzels.
Yeah, it's right in the corner there. It's on that same
It's already
corner.
there?
Yeah, it's on the same one as the Puma store. That far, far left side. It's in
No
the corner.
kidding.
I guess I haven't gone in it, but that's where it is.
Yeah,
So I
okay.
guess maybe I just saw the storefront the last time I was there
Wow, yeah, no, it's there now.
because I stopped on the way up to Grandview.
Oh,
And I saw the sign there, so I just assumed it was open, but maybe it's
well,
not.
thanks
Maybe
that
they're
one
just putting
band
it
from
together.
the 80s.
Did it open up your eyes?
He saw the sign.
I thought maybe that was just a Tonic reference or something
Or
too.
Ace of Base.
If you could only see.
God, I love tonic and water.
311 and Tonic and Bad Flower are playing a show together in like Missouri in a month or two.
Are you kidding me?
And one of my favorite bands that I've never seen, a band called The Urge, is also there as well. It's like the four of them.
Tonic is top 5 all time for me.
You going?
No.
Is it at a supper club?
No, it's I don't know. It's like I think it's in Missouri, but I didn't see where.
Why don't you go?
I don't care.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Coral goes. Yeah.
On the Fan.
Yeah,
How many
he
times
was
have you
gonna go
seen
on the
Bad
Fan.
Flower?
Once.
Multiple? Just once.
They opened for Incubus at the Ledge.
Bring it on.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. I
bring
was
it
there
on.
too. Right on.
I
were
love
they?
them. They're very good, and I would really like to see them again
Oh,
because they're very good.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh.
well,
Oh, jackpot.
Jackpot.
I love
Wow.
Tonic. That's just a great band. We should all go and then go to different concerts. Like, he's going to go for Bad Flower. I'll go for Tonic. You'll go for 311.
An Urge, yep. The
And
Urge.
Sauce will go for dinner.
No, I'm in.
Yeah, go to the supper club with John Davidson.
Yeah, and just sit there and burn.
Die? Why do you want me dead?
I didn't say I want you dead.
Oh,
Cover
Tommy
yourself in butter.
Tommy should join us.
Why?
It's at Grinders in Kansas City.
He's
That place ain't big enough for a concert.
Yeah.
How'd you know that was happening, by the way, Cor?
Social media.
No. What's that?
It's basically the scum of the earth.
The what? No.
But once in a while, you can get some good information.
Yeah, man.
So, all the bands that I like, I follow them, and they post out, their tour dates and whatnot,
Yeah.
It's a nice little marketing tool.
In fact, I'm going to get my news from the great World Wide Web for the next
Sweet.
segment.
Fantastic. That's next.
The Fan.